Good morning, students. We met again to continue our lesson. What is that our lesson? Materials and things. Materials and things. So today we are going to talk about density. Today we are going to talk about density. Then what is the meaning of density? Where it may help to understand the density. So such a like we have to discuss today by using what a density word. Understand? So to talk before the density, we must know about what we know must about sink or float. Sink and float. We must know about the two words. What are those? Sink and float. Sink and float. So what is the meaning of sink and float? Can you say? In our past lesson, we discussed about different type of things which are made from what different type of materials. Different type of things from different type of materials. But based on those, what we discussed the classification of materials means the types of materials and states of the materials also we discussed. Types of materials we discussed, states of the materials also we discussed. Means solid state of materials, liquid state of materials, and also what we discussed, gaseous state of materials we discussed. So we already discussed the matter or material is made up of some amount of the mass. Mass means what? The arranging particle inside the body. Mass means the arranging particles inside the body is nothing as a mass. Understand? Suppose if you observe a piece of chalk, it is in the inside the piece of chalk. What is there? What is the matter present in that? That is what? Calcium carbonate. What is that? Calcium carbonate. Such a like what I'm saying here. So to talk about sink and float, what we must need to understand, what the bodies which are heavier and heavier means what you can say more weight, and another thing what lower means less weight. The body which is having more weight and the body which is having low weight, but it is not directly depend on the density. Let's we talk some different examples to understand the sink and float. Sink and float. Okay, sink means water, float means water. By the discussing of example, we will think about that sink and float. We may understand clearly what is that. Understand? Coming to that, what I'm saying to you, we are going to collect some different materials. We are going to collect different materials. What are those? Means paper, and another thing, iron nail, and next small piece of brick, same as again small piece of wood. Next, what you can pebbles means I'm saying to you rocks. Okay, and what you can take different type of things we can remember, safety pin, pressing pin, what you can say, pressing pin. And also in your geometrical box, what are there? Eraser, what are there? Eraser, sharpener, pencil, pen, scale means ruler, okay, protractor, different type of what are there in your surroundings. These whole materials we are collecting. By collecting those materials, we have to identify which is sink, which is float, which is sinking, which is floating. Sink means, so to do that activity, we are taking one of the transparent vessel. What we are taking? Transparent vessel. Transparent vessel. Okay, we are taking a transparent vessel. It is filled with water. It is filled with water. It is filled with water. When you are pouring water into the transparent vessel, means by filling water with the transparent vessel, now we are doing, now what we are doing, each what we already collected that materials, we already collected that materials, we are going to drop one by one. What we are doing now here, we are going to drop each material into the water, each material into the water by one. So by dropping these materials, what we collected into the water or into the water where it is filled in a vessel, what we may observe, so paper will stay at surface of the water by dropping the paper into the water, by place paper into the water, what happened? The paper will, where it will be, stay at surface of the water. Is it or not? And iron nail, iron nail. If you place iron nail into the water, if you drop iron nail into the water, if you drop iron nail into the water, what will happen? The iron nail will move to downwards of the water. The iron nails will move to downwards of the water. So what we are going to talk, paper will water stay at surface of the water. It will stay at a surface of the water. Surface of the water. Okay. See here, iron nail moving to downwards of the water. Downwards of the water means into the water, moving into the water. Okay. And next we are going to drop a small piece of brick. Small piece of brick. Brick we know, no? Yeah, we are using to construct the buildings, constructions. Okay. So small type of brick we are going to drop into the water. When you are dropping the small brick into the water, what you may observe? Do you have an idea on that? So by dropping that, what happened? The brick will move to downwards. The brick will move to downwards. So which is moving into the water, which is passing into the water, we are giving tick mark showing water moving into water. Tick mark showing moving into the water means moving downwards, moving downwards. That's otherwise cross mark. What I am saying to you, cross mark, but stay surface of the water, surface at stay at surface of the water, surface of water. Tick mark I am giving moving to water. Cross mark I am giving water, surface of the water. It will stay at a surface of the water. We have to remember right now. Tick mark I am giving the material which moving into the water. Cross mark I am giving the object which stay at a surface of the water. Understand? Paper. What I am saying to the paper, paper will stay at surface of the water. So it will surface of the water. Okay. And iron nail moving downwards into the water. Moving downwards into the water. Okay. See there. So next, small piece of brick. Small piece of brick. When we are dropping brick into the water, the brick will move to downwards. The brick will move to downwards. Okay. And small piece of wood. Small piece of wood. A small piece of wood. When you are dropping a small piece of wood into the water, what you will observe? The wood will float on the water. The wood will float on surface of the water. And pebbles. rocks. When you're dropping rocks into the water, the small type of rocks or pebbles into the water, what happens? Those will be moved to downwards of the water. Those will move to downwards of the water. Okay, and a safety pin. Safety pin. If you drop safety pin, it will also move to downwards. Okay, and a pin, pressing pin, of course, it is also eraser. It will float on the surface of the water. It will float on the surface. Is it or not? Let's try once. Sharpener. Sharpener will float on the surface of water. Pencil also will float on surface of the water. Pencil also float somewhat. And pen. Okay. So what I'm saying, if it is more mass means more weight, it will sink. Okay, of course it will sink. See there what I'm saying here. We collected different type of materials to identify which stay at surface of the water, which not staying at surface of the water, means which is moving downwards to the water, means the materials which flow stay at surface of water, the material which stay at a surface of a water. The material which is stay at surface of any water, those materials are, we can say, floating materials, floating bodies. What you can say, floating materials or floating bodies. Understand? What we can say here, the substances or materials or bodies which are stay at surface of the water, which are stay at surface of the water, which is not moving to the water. So those we can say, what is the stage of the material? Floating position. What is that? Floating position. In Telugu, teladam. What we can say? Teladam. Understand? Coming to that, the materials which are moving to the downwards, the materials which are moving to the downwards means into the water, those are in the stage what is sinking. Okay, sink means in Telugu munagadam. What you can say? Munagadam. Okay. So by that we can say the bodies which are sinking, the bodies which are float. The bodies which are sink, the bodies which are float. Generally we can say what in our general language, which bodies or which materials are having more weight, they can sink into the water. The bodies which are having less weight, they can float on water. Is it that general language we can say? Is it or not? The bodies which are having more weight, that will sink in water, general language. If the body having less weight, it will float on the water. That we may discuss generally. Then, according to scientific, how it will float, how it will sink, that we'll discuss right now. Due to the only density, the body will float and the body will sink into the water. The body will float and the body will sink into the water. How like it will be? Density means water. Density means water. Density means what? Means the ratio of what you can mass of an object, or otherwise object you can call body. The ratio of mass of an object to the water volume of an object. Density is water, the ratio of the mass of an object to the volume of an object. Means what we can say, see this is the same experiment we are observing with what this is a transparent vessel. Here we are placing one of the hole which help to come out water from that, and we are taking water up to that edge, but the drop of water should not fall down. The drop of water should not fall down. Up to that we have to fill with water in that beaker, with that beaker. Okay, they have to fill water in this beaker up to water. The water drops should not come by that slit. Okay, coming to that, what I'm saying now, I am going to drop one what we can draw now. Drop pebbles, otherwise stone. Okay, when you're dropping a stone into the water by slowly placing on the surface of the water. Generally, we know well about water. When we are dropping stone into the water, what you are dropping? Stone into the water. What happened? So the stone is trying to move downwards. Is it or not? Means the stone is trying to what? Sink into the water. So the stone, when it is start to sink into the water, means it's moving downwards into the water. What happened? So what is the volume of the body? What is the mass of the body? Mass of the stone? That much water should displace to out. When it is moving downwards, generally we know wherein you are throwing a stone. When you are throwing a stone into the water, we may observe that much water. Where the stone is dropping to the water will come out. Is it or not? When you are throwing a stone into the water, if you are throwing a stone into the water, what happens? Where we are throwing the stone, then in that particular position, the water will come out. Is it or not? Because of when the stone is moving downwards, in the place of that much volume of water is displaced to upwards. When it moves, dropping into the water, what happens? The volume of the water will rise, then it will come to out by using another beaker. What we can collect those water, how much water displaced by using water, mass of the stone. What we can say, density means the mass of the body will when the mass of the body dropping into the water, it will displace same volume of the water. Same volume of the water means what is the mass of the body consists? It will displace the same amount of volume of the water. Same amount of the volume of the water means the ratio of the mass of the body is equal to the water volume displaced. The water volume displaced by the mass of the body. So by that what happened? How much it was displaced by weighing those and mass of the body, we can, when you are comparing those two, it will give constant values. It will give constant values. Generally, what we can, it is explained by Mr. Archimedes. Who are that? Archimedes. The density is explained by Archimedes. Okay, coming to that, what I'm saying here, the bodies which are sinking, which are floating, by explaining by only density. How it will be sink and float means we can say generally the body which is floats on water, the body which floats on water, that body has less density than to the water. The body which floats on a water, the body which floats on a water, that body has water less density than to the water. The body which is having less density, what I'm saying to you, the body which is having less density than to the water, the body which is having less density than to the water, it will float on surface of water. So the body which is having less density than to the water, that body will float on surface of the water. That body will float on surface of the water. Then the body which is sinking means what we can say, the body which is having more density than to the water, then that it will means what you can say, that body will sink into the water. That body will sink into the water. Means what I'm saying to you, the body which is having more density means the body which is having more mass, it will displace more volume of water. By that what happened? It will sink into the water. Okay, the body which is having less density means it is having less mass. By that it will displace less volume of water, then it will float on the surface of water. Understand? Before what we written on the board, what are the collected materials? From that, the material which floats on water means those are having less mass. That's why it displaces less volume of water. Less volume of water. So that's why it floats on the surface of water. Which is sinking means more density than to the water. Means it have more mass. By that it displaces more volume of water. By that it was sinking into the water. So based on the density, more means the body will sink. If the density less means the body will float compared to the water density. The density of water is what we can write. See here, density generally we will write density is equal to what we written formula. See, density is equal to ratio of the mass of an object, mass by volume of an object, volume. Mass by volume. So density is equal to mass by volume. So what is the formula to measure the density? What is the formula to measure the density means? Let's write that. Density is equal to mass by volume, which is that density. So density is showing by the symbol rho. What is this? Rho. Okay. Sometimes density we can say D also. Okay, not a problem to that. Most of you are showing by rho. Sometimes you are showing sigma also. Sometimes you are showing by sigma also density. Okay. Coming to the density is equal to mass is measured by kilograms. Volume is measured by what value means we know well. In our lower class we learned length into breadth into height. Length into breadth into height. So length is measured by meters in standard units. Breadth is measured by same as length only, height also length only. So meter cubed. So we can write what? Meter cubed. Means we can write a kilogram, meter cubed to bring into the numerator position. It will become exponent in opposite sign. Kilogram meter power minus 3. Understand? So otherwise like you can write in CGS system, this is an SI system to measure the density. In CGS system, gram means how many grams to that, how many grams we can write? 1000 grams. And meter means into 1 meter is equal to generally what you can do? 100 centimeters. 100 centimeters. So by that we are going to write by, okay, 1 meter is equal to 1000 centimeters means 1 meter into meter means 1 meter square. Means what happened? 100 into 100 into centimeter into centimeter. Means what we can? 4 zeros. Centimeter square. Okay. Then 1 meter square into 1 more meter square meter is equal to means what? 1 meter square means this is a centimeter square into 100 centimeter. So by that 6 are there. So by that what we can write 6 means 10 lakhs centimeter cube. 1 meter cubed is equal to what? 10 lakh centimeter cube. So by that 1 meter cube is equal to 10 lakh centimeter cube. So 3 zeros, 3 zeros. By that what we can get? So 1 by 1000 gram by centimeter cube means we can write 0.001 gram per centimeter cube. 0.001 gram per centimeter cube. Okay. See there. So that is to measure the units to the density. How to identify the body which are floating, which are sinking because of the density is less than to the water and greater than to the water. The body which is having more density than to the water, it will sink into the water. The body which is having less density than water, it will float on the water. Then now we'll discuss about what a light a candle. What we are going to talk about? Light a candle. What you are going to do? Light a candle. The word candle derived from the Latin word candere. The word candle derived from Latin word candere, meaning to shine. Meaning is a to shine. Meaning of candle means what? Shine. So candle, the word what written from or collected from Latin word, which is the Latin word candle. So it is the meaning what? Shine. So what we are doing right now to light a candle. To light a candle. We know well about candle. Candle is made up of one of the wax. What you can say? Candle is made up of wax. That wax is a beeswax. Beeswax, which is giving good fragment of smell. Which is giving good fragment of smell, natural smell. It is a smokeless. It is a smokeless. The candle which is made up of beeswax that are giving good fragment is good smell and smokeless. It doesn't give smoke. Understand? Remember those? What I'm saying to you. Now, how to light the candle? This is a candle. What is this? Is a candle. I'm taking broad candle for you. Okay. This is a candle. You know well about. It is a what? A wick. This is a wax. Okay. Candle generally this material is a wax. Candle material is a wax. Beeswax. And this is we call what? What we can call wick. Wick means vatti. Wick means vatti. Okay, this is what thread it is considered into the candle. No, so that is a wick. What you may call wick. Generally, wick where we have to locate at the top of the place. That's why I'm giving from there. Understand? Wick. And this whole part is a wax, and this is a candle. What is this? Candle. Wax candle. What wax candle I'm saying to you? Beeswax candle. The candle which is made from water, made from the material water, beeswax. Coming to that, now we are bringing lighted matchstick. Now we are bringing lighted matchstick. What are bringing? Lighted matchstick are burning or lighted. Now we are bringing water, lighted or burning matchstick. Matchstick means agipulla, okay, which is burned with. We are bringing that lighted matchstick near to the wick. Near to the wick. Now I brought to this position. I brought to this position. When I'm bringing by that position, we see that there is some gap between the lighted matchstick to the wick. Is it or not? Are you observing? There is a gap between the lighted matchstick to the wick. By placing at a part of the distance to the wick, that lighted matchstick, is it possible to get water burning to the candle? Is it possible to catch the fire, to give the flame to the wick? Is it possible to get the fire to the wick? The wick will get fire from the lighted matchstick. When the wick will get fire from the matchstick means where there is a possible, when the stick contact with that wick is contact with the lighted matchstick. When the wick is contact with the lighted matchstick. Understand? When the lighted matchstick comes contact with the wick, what will happen? What will happen? The wick start to burn. Means the candle start to burn. By that it gives flame from a candle. It gives flame from a candle. What this we are calling? Flame. Okay. So we have to give burning up to 2 minutes to the candle. We have to give burning up to 2 minutes. At least 2 minutes. We have to give burning to the candle 2 minutes. After we have to put up the candle. We have to put up the candle. By put up the candle, what you may observe, see there, I am going to draw another one. So after put up the candle, now it is a lighted candle. What is this? Lighted candle means we are doing lit for that. And now what happened? We put up the candle which is already lighted, which is already burned. Okay, after put up that, what you may observe? Some of the smoke. What it will come? Smoke will from the wick towards upwards. Smoke will come towards the upwards. You may observe clearly. When the smoke is coming in the time, if you bring again one more lighted matchstick, one more lighted matchstick, wherever you can place a lighted matchstick into the smoke. If you bring the lighted matchstick into the smoke, not contact to the wick. We are not placing contact to the wick. We are placing in where? Into the smoke. What you may observe by placing the candle, lighted matchstick into the smoke of a candle which is coming from wick, we may observe the wick will catch again fire. It will start to burn again. Before we did not place it in contact with wick, that lighted matchstick, at the time that candle does not get burning, means does not get a lighter. But now, after put off that burning candle, if you bring that lighted matchstick into the smoke of the candle which is coming from wick, if you place in that place, the candle getting water burning, means the wick getting water lighter. Wick getting burning, means it giving flame again. How it is possible to give flame? By placing in smoke of the wick. Smoke of the wick. The smoke is nothing as a vapor of the wax of a candle. Vapor of the wax of a candle. When before it was burning, the vapor exert from solid to what? Gaseous state. Means by converting liquid to gaseous state. So when it transfer into the gaseous state, what happens? It converts into vapor stage of the wax. What is the heat energy before to burn up the candle? That was same heat energy present in the wax. By that, what happens when you are placing lighted matchstick into the vapor of the wax? It is chances to catch the fire from the lighted matchstick. By that, the candle will get water light by placing light. Okay, it is a small fun to you. You have to do this activity. If you need to do, be careful. No need, don't burn your hands. Understand? Coming to that. What I'm saying to you next, we'll talk about sugar. We know sugar well, I think. Is it or not? Sugar is a solid or liquid. Solid or liquid. Is sugar is a solid or liquid? The question is what? Is sugar is solid or liquid? Solid existence, solid sugar is existence solid or liquid. Why I am asking question to you, it is solid or liquid means generally we have to know about properties of the solids and liquids. Properties of the solids and liquids. Solids properties what? It has a fixed shape. Fixed shape. Which have solid substances are having fixed shape. Solid substances are having fixed shape. And liquid substances have no fixed shape. It has no fixed shape. The liquids are having shape, but depends on containers. Depends on containers. Means vessels. Containers means a vessel. By pouring liquids into the vessels, those liquids will get shape of the vessels. Those liquids will get shape of the vessels. So liquids are has no fixed shape, solids are has a fixed shape. Understand? Let's we talk about when we are pouring sugar into the transparent vessel. Sugar into the transparent vessel. Now we pour sugar into the transparent vessel. Now what I'm talking to you, I'm taking brick or otherwise in your home, you have a geometrical box. It is a solid material. No? So solid material placed in a beaker. That is geometrical box placed in a beaker. Is it or not? See that geometrical box got the shape of the container. Is it chance to get the shape of the container to the geometrical box? No more. By pouring sugar into the container, what happened? The sugar got a sharp shape. Depends on container, vessel. The vessel shape came to the sugar. So sugar has no fixed shape. Means so if you consider, if you may consider fine particles of the solid particles, fine stage of the solid particles, fine size of the solid particles, means those we can say what particle size, what you can call here different. The solids are appear suppose at earlier morning, means by after fresh up our face to give beauty to our face, by standing in front of the mirror we are applying talcum. We are applying talcum. So by applying talcum, what happened? That is a solid or liquid? Solid only. But it is a powderic substance. What is that? A powderic substance. But solid only. Those also have no fixed shape. These type of fine size of particles, solid particles we are calling semi-solids. What you are calling? Semi-solids. What you are calling semi-solids. The solid particles which are having fine size, smallest size of the solid particles are calling what? Semi-solids. What are those? Semi-solids. Those are not considered as a liquid. Those are has no shape, but it giving shape by the containers or vessels. But those we are calling what? Semi-solids. What are those? Semi-solids. Coming to that, let's we talk about soluble or insoluble in water. Soluble, insoluble in water. Which are soluble, which are insoluble in water? Which are soluble, which are insoluble? Can you recognize? By taking some extra sugar, salt, sand, sawdust, chalk powder. What you are taking? Sugar, salt, okay, sand, sawdust, and what you can take? Chalk powder. These materials I am collecting: sugar, salt, sand, sawdust, chalk powder. Sawdust means saw. We are using a weapon to cut the wood or plants. By cutting the wood which is having plucker size, see, like it consists. Okay, to cut the wood or something. Okay, that is a saw. In Telugu, rampam. What is that? Rampam. So by cutting that wood particles, we may get some of the dust, fine dust. That is a sawdust. Okay, these whole collected materials we are mixing or adding into the water, which is filled with a beaker. We are taking water in a beaker. Water in a beaker. So now we are adding each and every material in different. Suppose we have 5 materials. Let's we take 5 beakers. Let's we take 5 beakers with the same volume of water. With the same volume of water. How many I'm taking? 5 beakers. Yeah. So giving name for that: A, B, C, D, E. Sugar added into the A beaker, sugar and salt and sand, and next where ma? sawdust and chalk powder. See there. So sugar I added into the A beaker which is having water. Salt also added into the B beaker. Sand into the C beaker. Sawdust into the fourth beaker D beaker. Chalk dust into the fifth beaker E beaker. Now I am mixing with help of spoon. Spoon I am taking. Spoon is acting as a stirrer. Spoon is acting as a stirrer. To help to the stirrer. To help to the stirrer. Stirrer means mix well. Mixing. Kalapadam. Okay. So we are mixing together sugar into the water with the individual spoon, salt into the water individual spoon, sand into the water individual spoon, sawdust into the water individual spoon, chalk powder into the water individual spoon. Understand? When you are mixing with that, after some interval of time by mixing, what you may observe, which dissolves into the water, which not dissolves into the water, which dissolves into the water, which not dissolves into the water, which will dissolve into the water. See, we may observe sugar will dissolve into the water, salt will dissolve into the water. Next, sand will not dissolve into the water. Sawdust also not dissolve into the water. And chalk powder will dissolve into the water. It will dissolve, but if you place at separate time, separator means without giving disturbance to that, at a part of the distance, some part of the time, what happens? The chalk powder will settle at the bottom of the vessel. Chalk powder will settle at the bottom of the. So it is also not dissolved. Okay. What we can say here? So the materials which are dissolved in water, the materials which are dissolved into water, those we can say soluble materials or soluble things. Soluble materials are soluble things. Those are not dissolved into the water, those we can consider insoluble in water, insoluble materials. Insoluble materials which are dissolved into the water we are calling soluble materials, which are not dissolved into the water, those we are calling insoluble in water, insoluble materials. Insoluble materials. Understand? So those are soluble materials are there. Those soluble materials we are calling homogeneous mixtures. Homogeneous mixture. Why I am calling here mixture means the combination of two or more substances. Two or more substances. We already discussed in separation of substances. Homogeneous mixture means the particles distributed uniformly throughout the substance. The particles distributed uniformly means which are dissolved completely throughout the liquid. The solid particles which are dissolved completely throughout the liquid substance. So here, sugar and salt dissolved completely into the water. That's why we are calling soluble material or soluble things. Otherwise, we are calling homogeneous materials. What we are calling homogeneous materials. Those are not dissolved into the water. The materials which are not dissolved into the water, those we are calling insoluble materials. Insoluble materials are insoluble things. Those insoluble materials or insoluble things we are calling heterogeneous materials. Heterogeneous mixtures. What we are calling heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture can separate by using a specialized techniques filtration, such a like okay, and sugar sorry, homogeneous we have to separate by using what crystallization process and the centrifugation process. Centrifugation, crystallization. Okay, such a like a specialized properties we may utilize to separate the solid and liquid particles. Okay, this is soluble and insoluble. Soluble and insoluble. Then coming to that, let's write some. Say here, what we learned in this lesson, what we learned, Objects around us. What you learn, ma? What we have learned in this lesson. Objects around us made of large variety of materials, made of a large variety of materials. And next thing we learned, based on their properties, we use different materials for different purpose. We used different materials for different purpose, and some materials such as glass are transparent, means properties, states, okay, states and types where we may using. See what are there in our surroundings, how we are utilizing those we learned in this lesson. And also we use different materials for different purposes. And also we learn for transparent materials, means properties of transparent materials, opaque materials, and also what we discussed, translucent materials, how they are preparing by using those particular materials, means what type of things we are preparing by using based on their properties of the materials, transparent things, translucent things, opaque things. And also materials are exist in three states we discussed. Materials are exist in three states. So solid state, liquid state and gaseous state. Okay. Solid state, liquid state and the gaseous state, how they are converting and what are the processes are involved to transfer from solid to liquid, liquid to gases. When solid substance is converted into liquid substance, when liquid substance is converted into gaseous state of substance, when solid substance is directly converted to the gaseous state of substance, when gaseous state of substance converted into a liquid, and liquid state of substance converted into the solid, when gaseous state of substance directly converted into the solid state of substance. So what are the processes are involved in that we also learned. And by the preparation of things from different materials, what are the properties are involved, what are the properties are involved, means what we can say, things which are prepared by using a particular material, those will get same property of the materials to the things. Those properties will get by the materials to the things. So such like we discussed whatever, and also we discussed how to light a candle, why the candle will light. Okay, means by what support the candle will light. Understand or not? And soluble, insoluble. So around that, what we learned from that materials and things, what we learned from this lesson, can you say what you recognized from this lesson? Means we learned what type of materials are there in our surroundings, us. Means those things are prepared from what type of material, how the materials are useful to us. Okay, by giving heat energy, what will happen to that materials? Okay, we should give heat or not, then how to protect us from the different type of harmful materials and which are not harmful materials. Such like we learn about this. Then what I'm saying, some key words to you, what I'm saying to you. Otherwise, let's we discuss one question to us, but list 5 things, list 5 things which we can make using each of the following materials. One is glass, and second thing is metal, third thing is plastic, and the fourth thing is wood. We have to write, I'm giving task to you, we have to write five things, those should prepare by using each material. We have to write five things which are prepared in your home or in your surroundings by glass. We have to prepare five things which are prepared from metal in your surroundings or in your home. We have to prepare five things from the plastic. We have to prepare five things which are prepared from plastic materials in your home or in your surroundings. Wood, by wood material we have to write five things which are preparing from the wood. Okay, this is a question. And also we have to write, when we are writing those five things for each material, we have to identify it is in solid state or it is in liquid state. We have to identify it is in solid state or liquid state or in gaseous state. That is three things. And another thing we have to recognize water. So those are having a specialized properties, transparent or opaque or translucent. What you have to observe? Transparent or opaque or translucent. By writing five things from each material, we have to identify it is in the what state. It is in the what state, solid or liquid or gases. At the same time, we have to write which property for the each thing, transparent or opaque or translucent. Transparent or opaque or translucent. So those properties are there or not for the each thing which are prepared from the particular material. And also one more question I'm giving to you. One more question. Item: sink or float in water. Sink, float in water. And soluble or insoluble in water. Soluble or soluble in water. See there, this is a table column I'm giving to you. See, you have to identify different items from your surroundings. You have to identify different items from your surroundings in your home or in your surroundings. Write that item name, and those are sinking or otherwise floating in water. We have to do by collecting some items, some piece of smallest items. By collecting those, okay, we have to do the activity in water, which is sinking, which is floating. Which is sinking, those are having more density than to the water. Which is floats, that having less density than to the water. Okay, and also try in water that material is a soluble or insoluble. If that soluble, that is a homogeneous mixture. If it is insoluble, that is a heterogeneous mixture. Understand? So by that, these two tasks we have to do in our home. Okay, understand? This is our lesson. See you in the next class. Have a good day to you.